G'day viewers, welcome to this week's PB's Retro Restorations. This week it's not so much a restoration as a customisation, and as for retro, we're going back to the exciting days of the early 80s in rally car racing and the legendary Audi Quattro. I didn't know anything about the Swedish legend Stig Blomqvist until long-term viewer and friend of the channel Noah asked me if I could turn this current Hot Wheels Audi Quattro into one of Stig's Quattros. I've probably got some of the finer points wrong on the car. I'm not a complete expert on rally vehicles, and if I have, I hope you all can forgive me. Mr. Blomqvist started his career in 1964, racing Saabs in the 60s and 70s, as well as the legendary Lancia Stratos HF in 1978, Talbots, Audis, Peugeots in the early 80s, and then in 1984 took out the World Rally Championship in the Quattro A2 and Quattro Sport. Okay, that's what I'm going to try and replicate for Noah, but gibbering won't get it done, so let's get now. I thought that in keeping with my obligations as an internationally beloved internet celebrity, I would learn how to say crackalacken in Swedish. And apparently it's the exact same, if you can believe Google. So with deep apologies to any Swedish viewers, let's not get crackalacken or
Crackalacken,
but
crackalacking.
on Noah's Quattro. Sorry. So this isn't going to be the most involved customization, let's not kid ourselves. I'm going to do a wheel swap on it. The car just needs to be painted white and have some decals applied. Now I'd like to make my own decals, but because of the extensive liveries on this car, I opted to buy some. And the only place that you can buy them from is in Spain, which is probably okay if you're in Europe. If you're in Australia, it's another story and they took a while to get here, but we'll talk about that again soon. The decals came with this handy sheet to show you where they should all go. I soon found out that they need to be laid in exactly the right spot or they won't fit, which is a me issue, not the decals issue, which is so often the case. It's always a me issue. But once I got the hang of them and how they worked, they're really nice.
Ah, fuck you. Oh, stop it.
Now, if I had a brain, which I sometimes wonder about, I would have masked this off and done all the black frames around the windows before I applied all the decals, wouldn't I? But I don't have a brain, and fortunately I'd clear coated this and let it sit and go hard for a week, because, decals on top of white paint, I just thought this is all going to rip off, but I couldn't leave it without the window frames done. I don't know what I would have done if they'd all come adrift, but they didn't. So lucky me, lucky Noah, and I've certainly danced with the devil doing it this way. Anyway. Boy, oh boy, did I breathe a sigh of relief once I got the last bit of that tape off. Check this out. I had a pair of white Real Riders I wanted. Didn't have to paint them. They were the right colour. They were the right width. And I got them to snap back in without having to use any glue or anything. Winning.
You gotta win sometimes, viewers.
I really was king of the dopes for not doing these window surrounds before the decals. So you might remember the spotlights I made for my Cortina GT a few weeks ago. Well, I adapted the 3D fold to make the little trio of spotlights that are on the front of Stig's car, chrome them, and then I got some of this craft resin. It's dead clear. I got it from Daiso. It was like $6 for the tube, and I'm squeezing some into the bowls, to make them look like they're a clear lens. I set them out in the sun so they could get their fill of UV, and they worked pretty good. It's definitely something I'm going to try. It would probably work on larger models, but it came out pretty good. Of course, I forgot the Audi badge decal for the front of the grille and had to put it on after I'd glued the spotlights on, which made it more of a challenge than it really needed to be. But not to sound like a broken record, I got there in the end. I asked Noah if he'd like a bit of weathering on it. He said he'd like a little bit of a light dusting on it. So that's what I'm doing here. Probably putting too much of a dusting on it, but I like it. The dusting helps cover up a few of my shortfalls as well in the detailing stakes, and overall I'm really pleased with how it looks. Here we are back at the start with our absolutely nothing wrong with it Audi Quattro Hot Wheels car. Not much else to say really. This is what we started with, and this is what we're left with now. Ta-da! Looking $1,000,000 now. It's 3D printed spotties, some real riders, and these custom decals from Spain. They've helped make it look the part. A bit of weathering, dribbling on myself. A bit of elbow grease from yours truly, and it's looking pretty good. Noah, I hope you're happy with it. And thanks for introducing me to a driver I knew nothing about, and I didn't really know a lot about rally cars, but I've learned a little bit in doing the research and borrowing photos online, so thanks very much. Don't forget, August 31st is the cutoff for your HQ builds. Might have to have an update build soon, otherwise my video is going to be 17 hours long. But anyway, send them in. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it. If you've liked this one and would like to watch some more, why not try one of these links that have appeared on your screen. If you've decided that the PB life is the way of life for you and you'd like to subscribe, that'd be awesome. Just click on my bald nut in the middle of your screen. Be sure to click the bell for alerts, and you too can be swept away to a world of PB magic every time a new video drops, as the young people say. Have a great day wherever you are in the cosmos, and I will see you next time. Bye.